I'm very excited to show you what we've been building here at Attinio AI. So our mission to start off here at Attinio was to apply AI and OCR to the prior authorization process. So today, somebody at a payer, typically an intake coordinator, would see a dashboard like this where they've received all of their prior authorization faxes or e-faxes. So what we've done here at Attinio is essentially mimic this dashboard, and then I'm going to show you how we've applied AI to that process. Just to walk you through what you see on this dashboard here, the main column is this document name column where we basically mocked up a bunch of prior authorization forms with dummy data, and then we've uploaded them to this tool here so that you can see all the faxes you've received as a payer. We've also had this column for the AI status, which right now shows pending because we haven't run the AI on any of these authorizations, but I'm going to show you how we do that in a second. Lastly, we have this date received column, basically shows you essentially when the prior authorization was received, which is critical information for a payer in order to turn around these prior authorizations on time. For the purposes of this demo, I've uploaded one of these forms down here. So now I'm going to show you how the AI runs. So when you click on view, typically this process takes a couple of seconds, but basically what you can see on the right already is some of the extracted content that we've taken from this authorization form. Now on the left-hand side, again, we've shown just some dummy data, taken a template from online and mocked it up ourselves. You now see that there's this authorization that comes in essentially with this fax cover, and then down low you'll see the main SRF page, and then as you keep scrolling down, you'll see some clinical documentation that came with it. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to focus on this SRF page. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that the whole thing shows up in the screen. But when you click on process fax to the right, essentially what we've done is we've trained our AI model to basically identify the key information that's needed from this authorization request in order to submit a fax. So walking through you from top to bottom, at the top, you can see that the AI is able to understand that this is a prior authorization form. It's able to understand that this is an outpatient form by looking in the middle of the SRF page here, and it sees this outpatient surgical procedures mark checked off. And it's also able to identify that this is an initial request based on this checkbox here. As we keep moving down the form, it's able to pick up all of this member information from the top of the SRF page. As we keep going down, it's able to identify the diagnosis type from the middle of the page, M51.16. It's able to pick up the requested service. The requested unit visits is actually at the bottom of the right-hand side, right down here, requested units 1, along with the visit type. And then as we keep going down, we're able to pick up all of the provider information. So this is from a provider named Austin Myers, picks up Dr. Austin Myers' NPI number and the TIN number, and all of that information that's included in this SRF form. So typically right now at a payer, this is a process that would take maybe 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how unstructured or structured the form is, how difficult the handwriting is to read. But the true power of AI lies in the ability to basically consolidate that 10 to 15-minute process down into 3 to 5 minutes, where now the intake coordinator is moving from a world in which they have to extract all the information from this SRF page and then type all that information out into a portal. AI allows the intake coordinator just focus on validating the information that's received in this fax. We do keep a human in the loop, so the intake coordinator would have the option to basically highlight any of this information. They can delete it and then update the information accordingly. But again, we've essentially delivered roughly 5 to 10 minutes of time savings per each of these forms, which for a payer today who receives hundreds of thousands, if not millions of faxes, ultimately translates into millions, up to hundreds of millions of minutes of time savings per year. Thank you.